What's going on, everyone? It is Buddy, and hopefully you guys all hear me loud and clear. 1 2 1 2 1 2. There we go. Yep, that's working. Hopefully you guys all hear me nice, loud and clear. Yep, I see the microphone output nice and clear. Good. Turn it up just a little bit. 1 2 1 2. You guys should hear me nice, loud and clear. And just sharing a nice beverage here. This is Liquid Death, Dead Billionaire. So it's Arnold Palmer from Liquid Death. So yes, hopefully you're enjoying yourself. You had some fun today. A beautiful Thanksgiving. If you haven't done so already, had some turkey. Hopefully, maybe you're sitting down with some friends and family, eating some turkey, gobbling on some potatoes and rolls and whatnot. Hopefully you're enjoying some time with some family, but man, we take you away for a little bit and we talk a little bit and have some fun. And you want to hear something, you want to say something, put it down in the chat and we'll talk, I was hoping to have a little more sweetness to it. So again, it's Thanksgiving. And wanted to come on here and just chat and talk and say hi to everyone. And I'm repeating myself. I know I am. I came on here to see who was on here, see who would want to come up and talk, if anyone would like to talk, and talk about the roundtable show, talk about DJ stuff, talk about all the fun things, and see where it goes. It's like anything else. Always like to see stuff. What's up, Mike? What's up, Paul? I see you guys there. I didn't have turkey. I actually had chicken. We did roasted chicken tonight. I'm not a huge turkey fan. Tracy loves turkey. I'm like, I can take her or leave it. And she's like, we'll do chicken. So we still had everything else. Instead of turkey, we had chicken. Different kind of bird, How are things? Oh, got disconnected from the chat. Successfully connected. There we go. We got connected back. Well, what the heck's going on there? It must be something with YouTube. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Mike, for stopping by. It's always great. I know, Paul, it's probably like, let's see here. It should be Friday, like afternoon for you. And Mike is an hour ahead of me. So he's winding down Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had some great turkey over there in Pennsylvania. And Paul, hopefully you had some great dinner. In Japan, they have KFC for their Christmas dinner. I can see that because Christmas is a Western thing, but they embrace it and they have fun with it. I've seen a lot of videos on it. And, hopefully they have some fun. My family's boring. Maybe Buddy is more entertaining. I don't know, Matt. You tell me. Am I more entertaining? Your family's boring. Are they just, there's football on? Miami and the Packers. Dolphins, Packers, but unfortunately, Packers are winning over the Packers, and my beloved Bears. They failed yet again. That was the first game of the three games. Yeah. Hard to be a Bears fan right now, but it is what it is. Football game always one-sided when the Packers on Thanksgiving. Yeah, well, Detroit also does Thanksgiving. Bears are on a lot of Thanksgivings, but Detroit's usually a big one on Thanksgiving. The Dallas game beforehand, that was actually pretty interesting. But the Packers game is it's again, the Packers are winning, so whatever. I'm not a Packers fan, so sorry, for you Packer fans out there. You know, I'm a big fan. What's going on? Oh, what? I got Hitman here. Well, I know who that is. Dwayne. How you doing, Dwayne? Hopefully you're doing good. And then Matt, of course. Hopefully you enjoyed some at least some good dinner and at least some conversation. But Paul is enjoying everyone. Paul, we missed you on this last DJ Roundtable. Hopefully you got the link. Come on, and hopefully you had. I gotta erase something real quick. Hopefully you're on the next one. We greatly appreciate it if you can make it. There is a game on tonight. The game going right now. It's Miami and Green Bay. Packers Dolphins. Green Bay Packers versus Miami Dolphins, and the Packers were up. Miami hasn't scored. So last time I just saw a little bit ago before I came over here, I was watching it because I like football. So even though I'm not a Packers fan, I still like watching it. But wanted to see how you guys are doing. Make sure you guys are all having a happy Thanksgiving. And Paul, I know you don't have Thanksgiving over there in good old Australia, but hopefully you're enjoying your Friday. Maybe getting some, maybe a little Christmas shopping getting done because Christmas is right around the corner. Hopefully you guys here in the States get some Black Friday deals and maybe find a few things to enjoy. Was looking at a few things, watching a few deals. I know there's a guy I watch a lot of YouTube. There's a deal guy. He was talking. Yeah, I think I want to say it's Lowe's. If you're looking for plastic tubs, bins, the black ones with the yellow lid, they got them on sale over like $6 and some change, I think, for a Black Friday deal. So if you're looking for some containers, this is the time to kind of look for that stuff. A lot of times they'll have them for deals, so it's always great to have. And let's see here. Yeah, I got a link, but I had to attend a client meeting, so I missed the roundtable. Oh, that's fine. Again, it happens. You gotta make your money. You got to do what you have to do to take care of stuff. So. But hopefully, you can look for everyone's enjoying themselves, and especially going in. Tomorrow being Friday, it's always fun, and hopefully, hopefully your Friday is already exciting for you, Paul, over there in Australia. Because again, you're living in the future, and we're living in the past. I know I'm recording this, and you guys will see it later. If you guys see it later, this is November 28th, 2024, Thanksgiving evening. So this is at like 8:38 at night, and I'm just looking at the weather radar right now, and there's no snow landing outside, but according to radar, there's snow, so it might be higher up in the atmosphere and evaporating before it hits the ground, or maybe it's just heavy moisture in the clouds. I don't know. I'm not a weatherman nor play one on TV. Do know a lot of it, but not all of it. I never went to school for it. Then there's a lot of great warnings and stuff like that right now for looks like Michigan, for Western Michigan, including Grand Rapids and so forth. They got some winter weather advisories. And see, out east, there's some advisories along the coastline. There's advisories, and then up in Maine and northern New York and New Hampshire and stuff like that, Vermont, they have some advisories. Yeah, the closest ones are actually up in northern Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, and the other side of the lake in Michigan, and a little bit. It looks like almost not in Indiana. Indiana's clear. Then northern Ohio. Hopefully, Mr. Dixon there, he's okay because I see in your area you have some advisories there, in Cleveland and all along there, Toledo and stuff like all along the Lake Erie right there. So hopefully you're nice and safe and nice and warm, enjoying a beautiful evening. Hopefully sitting back. It's 86 degrees and sunny here in Melbourne today. Well, you said 30 degrees Celsius. So it's 27 degrees here. So I'm only 3 degrees cooler than you. 27 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's supposed to get down pretty cool. Yeah, this is not the cold part. When we get into end of January, beginning of February, that's our really cold part there. We start getting into, highs and negatives. That's always fun having a week or two in January that's high like -5 and stuff like that. It's always great. Snow. It's Chicago. It's Midwest. It's always fun. And all I do is say, hey, it is what it is. But hopefully, like before, not too bad of a winter, but we'll see what's coming up here. The DJ Roundtable Show. Hopefully, if you are watching it, if you watch this later on, watch the video. Hopefully, you are enjoying the show. Always asking about who we should have on, who we have coming on. Right now, I don't have any special guests as of right now. Just a normal crew of DJs. But you never know when I talk to people. I definitely want to have the Sound Couple back on again. They're always awesome. I'm going to try and bring back some other people back on because the fact that it's great hearing ideas and other DJs. Paul says that's -2 degrees Celsius. That will freeze your tail off. Yeah, no. I still go out with a not heavy of a jacket. I like right now. I have shorts and a t-shirt on. And I'm inside the house, but outside, I would definitely wear pants to go outside. But I wear a lighter jacket. It's not, we'll walk from here to not outside for a long period of time. That's fine, great. If I'm outside for a long period of time, I'm gonna wear a little heavier jacket. But like going from here to like my vehicle or Tracy's vehicle, How about Jay? I don't know because Jay's schedule is so crazy because he's traveling so much. I'd like to have Jay on the show Tuesday. It's all boils on his schedule. I gotta talk to him. I would also like to see if I can get Brian on the show on Tuesday. That would be kind of cool. Have Brian S. Red on the show. How about Cleveland Terry? I don't know him. And, if someone knows him, wants to reach out to him and ask if you'd like to come onto the show, and he can contact me through Instagram. That would be awesome. I would have no problem with Cleveland Terry coming onto the show. That would be kind of cool. Jay Brandon on the show. That would be also cool. Brian S. Red on the show would be cool. Spinelli or Barr, I would say no to those two. Their only reason why is that because Spinelli has his own show and Barr has been off the radar for a long time on YouTube. YouTube has taken down a lot of his videos, which, unfortunately it is what it is with YouTube. And I would definitely say there's everyone. Aaron, I think, and they have potty mouth. Yes. Aaron's another one that has a little bit of a potty mouth too. And I watched his videos and yeah, there's other DJs out there. There's other people out there and they can do what they want to on their show. I have to police Matt, the show that's uploaded to this time. I had to police a few things for Matt and Chris, and it's I don't mind a word here and there, but we want to make sure that we try to get stuff. Again, if you Paul, if you see someone, ask. Hey Mikey Mike, no, that guy right there, he's a total man. He's the meanest guy I know. Mike, you want to come on the show, huh? Represent the Pennsylvania area. That's you always complain, you always yell about that, complain about that, and not bad, but you're always like, hey, let's have someone in the Northeast. Yeah, I'd like to have someone more permanent in the Northeast. Chris is there in New York. I know New York is not Pennsylvania, but it's still northeast of Pennsylvania. Yeah. It all boils down to your schedule. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and it's Tuesday nights. That's the big thing. But yeah, if you guys know someone, you want to reach out, ask. That's not a problem. And again, they can contact my Instagram and say, hey, we'd like to. I'd like to come on the show, and then just try and figure out a schedule for that works for them. Because it's always Tuesday nights. There's a few other people I've talked to. I had to see about them, what they're doing. They want to come on. But, again, we have a good crew for regulars. I do think I have a very strong crew for regulars. I just checked, didn't get an invite. Oh, how about DJ Lou Paris? Man, I'm joking, Solstice. The Moose. I asked him about. He's been on the show a couple times. I asked him, and he said he's too busy on Tuesdays, and that's like, okay, I'm not going to force someone onto the show, but I'd love to have Terry back on. He's a real nice guy. He has unique philosophies on things, and that makes it fun. That makes it interesting because he has a lot of great insight. Just like Hunter has great insight, just like Matt has great insight. And that's the thing, is that no one is right. Everyone has different ideas, different ways of doing things, and different thoughts. And that's what the whole entire premise of the show is. It's not one person is right, not one person does it this way or does it that way. It is one of the things that we should try to have a lot of different voices, because there's a lot of different DJs out there. Not everyone sees everything the same way as I see it, and not everyone sees it the same way as Matt sees it, or way Brentley sees it, or Dwayne sees it. And that's the thing, is that I want to hear those different voices. Jeff looks at things differently than Hunter does. Hunter looks at things differently than Paul does. It's all about making sure that everyone, kind of as many people as possible have voices. And as my executive producer just came in here, she's checking in and making sure her star for the show is okay, and she'll come in and check it out. And she'll stay here for a little while and leave. Maybe what night DJ it up might be for another DJ. What may be right for one DJ may not be right for another. Yes, that's correct. So what is correct for one DJ is not correct for other DJs. And that's the thing, is that I want to hear different ideas, because maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe there's a different way of doing it that's a better way. And that's the thing, is that knowing more than one way to do something is a great thing to do. There's an address you go to, a house, a building, a restaurant, and there's more than one way to get there. If the road is closed because of whatever happened, road closed, construction, fire, whatever, you know different ways to get there. And that's the whole entire thing with this. The show itself is to showcase other ways of doing things and how people do it. Why do people look at the way this way or that way? There's no black and white. There's a lot of gray in the area. No, we're not talking bad about Nick. Nick has his own show. Nick is a busy man. Yeah, if they're all the same, there wouldn't be much of a choice. This is true. Matt is giving his 2 cents on a few DJs. And that's that's always fun. Again, like before, there's some great DJs out there. A lot of great people have great insight. Again, I like to get more manufacturers to stop by, people building things or someone representing. I like to get people who um, represent products so they can talk and we can ask questions, especially products we use. I've not talked to really any of the manufacturers much other than Ray with Top Light USA. He our Top Light DJ. He is he's a great real great guy. Love him on the show. He's coming here and talk about some products. I gotta get him back on. They got some new products that came out. um that's the thing, is that I like to have people to come here, talk about stuff, talk about their wares, their products, showcase a little bit, and have DJs, advocate and talk about the product, just like one of you guys out there who are not in the show. You can sit there and say, yeah, hey, what about X, Y, and Z? And hopefully one of your DJs go, hey, what about X, Y, and Z? And kind of like not read your mind, but think similar to you and how they would go about using that. Um, let's see here. You guys are talking pretty quick. Let's see. It's true. Anyone who thinks Evox sound anywhere decent or loud is wild. Ray is the okay. I reckon Brian would be great to have on the DJ roundtable. The areas, also areas of the country, for example, Wilkes-Barre area, the kids don't want remixes or scratching, and 15 miles to the north, they love quick mixing and scratching. There you go. And that's one of the things. There's different areas. I could tell you, I don't quick mix, and it's just whatever. Everyone does different things, and let's see here. Too legit. Yeah, he would be cool. You actually would be cool to. He would be cool to have on. I would definitely say that. Who has the most experience in the DJ round table? I don't know. Probably either Brentley or I. Because I started when I was in high school, the end of high school, and then out of high school for a little bit. Then I took my hiatus because of work, and I started back up the business in the early 2000s. So overall, we're probably about the same for starting time, or maybe he's a little earlier than me, but we're probably about equal on about total time, probably. Because don't forget he also played in a band and stuff, so it'd be interesting. It would be very interesting to see who it is. Jeff's been there for a bit. Of course, Dwayne being a school teacher, he a music teacher. He has a lot of music experience. I know he's got some good DJ experience. How long he's had the business? I know he hasn't been in business for long, but he knows about DJing before that. I would definitely say that would be a very interesting thing. Let's see. Wow, you had to be using 8-tracks? No, Mike, come on now. 8-tracks? No, 8-tracks were not a thing. Cassette tapes, yeah, CDs started coming out. I did turntables, techniques, beat up old techniques, and I was talking about Brian. I actually had rubber bands holding together one of the arms on. They were beat up. They were beat to heck. Those turntables. They were just knocked around. They were used. Well, you graduated in 83. Well, 83, I was let's see here. I was very, very young in 83. So yeah. Yeah, I was not DJing in 83. I was lucky at I didn't glue my fingers together, learning the alphabet in 83, basically. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I can get some other DJs in here. And the Evox, I don't know, Matt, the Evox, I had the JH. The JH are a good speaker. I know you have your preferences for what you like to have. The Evox 12 is actually a really good speaker. Wood cabinet, larger woofer. The drivers are the same drivers on the J8. There's more of them, of course, than the J8 itself. And I've heard the 12. It is a more powerful speaker than the 8. But I like the between the Evox 12 and the DB 1002, which I got this year. I think the 1002 is, because the dual 12 is a little bit more deeper bass, and the has more drivers on top. I think it's a more a better throw speaker than the Evoc, but I would love to see a head-to-head competition with that between those two. Unstoppable told me he wouldn't go on the show unless Cool Thing isn't there. Oh well, I wonder why. I don't know. I don't know about the two of them. I don't think I don't. Hunter is not a Hunter is not a bad guy, but I don't know why Unstoppable wouldn't go on because of Hunter. He isn't the level-headed. He said, "Oh, he isn't that level-headed." Well, again, he has his opinions, and he has his thoughts, and whatever his thoughts are, his opinions are. That's what they are. It's not a bad thing. It's Hunter has unique insight. Hunter has his heart in the right place. Yeah, sometimes he's like, nope, I'm not doing that. But again, that's his thought and how he wants to run his business. It's like anything else. He's a good kid. He's got a great heart. He's a good DJ. Yeah, Paul. I know we were talking about it before. Maui 28, third gens, and you can with Maui 28, you can do gigs larger than 120. I use Maui 5s up to 130 people, and I've done that in a decent sized room. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. You're not going to get really huge deep bass, but again, for a dance floor and covering, not a problem. Again, you're covering a good amount of music, covering a good amount of sound. The Maui 5s are not the loudest things in the world. They're not going to give you deep rumbling bass, and they're 8-inch woofer. They have good clear bass. They have nice thump to them. Sometimes way the woofers work, they could be pretty strong with some of the songs, but it's like anything else, it's how you play them. But I would definitely say the 28s, you could do more than 120 people. I would probably equal the 28s without looking at the SPL, probably right below the J8s. So I'd probably say 160 for max, depending how you set in the room, 170. The J8s a little bit more. I know they're 120 SPL. The Maui 5s are 120. And then the DBs are 132 basically. And they have dual subs. So, and they also throw differently than the other ones. They're 107 degree versus the J8's 120. And the Maui 5s are 120 as well, as far as the width of dispersion. So they're more filling speakers. The DBs are a little more of a throwing speaker. Thoughts on a whole Drake lawsuit against Kendrick? We'll see what happens. The lawsuit, he feels there's an infringement there. They'll go through the courts. They'll look at contracts. They'll look at everything. They'll see who did what, who said what. Is it something that he may have to pay him or may not? Again, they'll go through the whole entire court system. There's been other lawsuits similar to that before, and you've seen judgments go each way. So it'll be very, very interesting to see if there's any traction to it, because also any lawsuit can be dismissed. It can go in front of a judge and can be dismissed at any time. They can say there's not enough grounds for it, and they can get into it, and then all of a sudden say, yeah, this lawsuit is frivolous with the information and the evidence, and then dismiss it later on. So That would be there, and there's case law for that. I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV. I'm not here to give legal advice, but whatever it happens, and I'm sure you'll be able to read about it on the web, on news sites, information sites, music sites. I'm sure, like sites like TMZ and stuff like that would have much more information on it than I would have. I would have to go read. Yeah, TMZ. That's TMZ would have much more information than I would have. I would have to look at TMZ for anything, but it's like anything else. Again, Daryl Hall and Hall and Oates, suing each other. Daryl Hall and John Oates suing each other. Um, that's sad because they've worked together, many times, and they have a lot of great songs, and they don't see eye to eye, and it happens with friendships, and it happens with business relationships, and they're at an impasse, and hopefully, maybe one day they'll bury the hatchet and do stuff again, or maybe they never will again, and all we have is just previous works that they've worked on together, and they worked on a lot of stuff, and that's the thing is that they are like a lot of people, talented artists, and how they work together with others, or they don't want to work with someone, that's entirely up to them. But yeah, it's like anything music. We'll see. People sue each other all the time in Hollywood and in the music industry, and we'll see what transpires with that. Yeah, this Dead Billionaire, it's not carbonated. I was hoping it was carbonated. It's not, because a lot of liquid death carbonated. Water, agave nectar, black tea, lemon juice concentrate, citric acid, natural flavor. Let's see here. Vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. There's agave is the only sweetener around here. It's 30 calories for this whole can. This is a 19.2 ounce can. This tall boy, so it's bigger than the normal cans. They're usually, I want to say they 16.9 for the regular ones, and then the bigger ones. The one I really like right now is the apple cider one. They have unique names. Liquid Death, Mango Chainsaw. They have Mango Chainsaw, Buried Alive. This is Dead Billionaire. Because half tea, half lemonade. So the thing is, there's a lot of great stuff in the music industry. Both artists and the suits. Yep, they're too many clowns. This is true. There's a lot of it's like that in every industry. Everything you look at, there's people who take things seriously, and there's people who take humor at it. But all you can do is sit back and watch, and let the courts and the lawyers figure it out, because that's what eventually what's going to happen, and they'll work it out one way or another. And then what happens afterwards? We're still going to play music, still going to have stuff. Not enough circus. LOL. Sometimes there, Chicago police, they have T-shirts, and it says sometimes you go to the circus, sometimes the circus comes to you. So I don't want the circus coming to me. I'll watch circus from afar and just play great music, play what people want to hear, and whatever happens. It's beyond my control. I have no 2 cents to give on that, because nothing I say affects it. And like before, anything with lawsuits and stuff like that, the courts will work it out with them. It's like anything. But going back to the show. Again, hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. Hopefully you guys have fun with it. It's a work, and it takes a lot of my time to do a show. I try to add, especially like once in a while live, like right now, on try to get it in schedule for stuff like holidays or special announcement, just to give an extra video here and there. I try to put other videos up there, like the video I just put up there about line arrays and my 2 cents, what Brian was talking about, even though uh, Matt didn't want my 2 cents. It was, let's see, I have a CPD homicide. Yeah, your day starts when our day ends. Yep. Yep. I've seen that plenty of times for Chicago police. They have those shirts that say that for the Detectives Bureau. Um, yeah, it's one of the things that hopefully, again, you guys are enjoying yourself with the show and enjoying everything going on. It's a labor of love. And if you guys don't know, I don't make anything off of it. I don't make anything off of YouTube. Everyone there is basically giving up their Tuesday night to come in, hang out with each other, and talk about a topic or two or three. This next episode has 3 topics, and I try to do 3 quick ones. And usually I try to do 2 per episode, and sometimes throw a third one in there a little bit. I know we cast a couple episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, go back and watch them. I have over 100 episodes here of the show. We talked a little about food and stuff like that a couple times, ice cream, hamburgers, all the fun stuff, and it's one of the things that I try to make sure that it's entertaining and fun, and there's a flow to things, and that people can tell their side of the story, and have you guys, have fun with it, enjoy it, sit back. If you're driving somewhere, you're cruising down the street, you can listen to it on, as a podcast, and that's what the format I try to go for. I try to talk about things that are relevant. I try to talk about things that affect you as a DJ, as a business owner. Hopefully, it helps you out with information. Hopefully, helps you out with figuring out what will work great for you. Um, I don't try to push one brand or another. There's brands who I like. There's brands who are so good that I don't use just because the fact that I like this or that more. I don't throw brands underneath the bus, and that's because the fact that I may not, like that brand, but someone else does, and it doesn't mean it's a bad brand. It just means that I like this or that or something else. There's a lot of great brands out there that I don't use just because of the fact that, again, I feel there's other brands which are better for whatever reason. And that's the thing, is it's my opinion and what I will use. Now, if someone comes and says, "Hey, have you heard this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this microphone? Have you heard this speaker? Have you heard this controller?" You know, I have no problem whatsoever. I can look at it, I have no problem playing with it. If I have heard it, I can say I've heard, Evolve 50s. They're a good speaker. Even though Matt may not think that, they're a good speaker. I've heard them. They have nice deep bass. They've nice sound. Uh, you know, they're German design. Their Bosch owns them, and they have a lot of great engineering in there. The amplifier in there is actually a really good clean amplifier. But again, I feel there's other speakers that I like a little bit more, either because of weight or because of size or as a certain function. EV has some good two-way cabinets. I like JBL more on a two-way cabinet because the fact that I feel JBL is a little more ergonomically designed, but sound-wise, they're both good speakers. The best thing I can say is if you're in the Boston area this week coming up, is the Harvest of Sound, and they're gonna have shootouts with speakers, and you're gonna be able to walk in there, and you have to walk in with an open mind. You turn your back to the speakers, let them test a couple speakers with their that pink noise they make. It's a static noise, and listen to the speakers. And if you find speakers, you may find a brand you're like, oh yeah, I'm not a fan from. You listen to it and you're like, oh, that actually sounds really good. That's the thing, is what sounds good to you. What's going to give you clarity? What's going to make you sound good? And what do you have for budget? That's the other part. Now everyone has deep pockets, and everyone can go out and spend, $5,000 for 2 speakers. Never could spend $32,000 for a set of speakers. Never could spend $1,000 for a set of speakers. So it's one of the things that when you're looking at stuff, you have to, as a business person, because you are a business person. If you're a DJ, you own a DJ business, you have to decide what is the best way of spending that money. You've earned that money. What is the best controller that works for you? I know people who like Rane. I know people who like, Denon. I know people who like, other brands. There's tons of other manufacturers out there. Hercules is not, a brand that, on their basic stuff, like I have their little Starlight controller. I like it. It's a nice little basic controller, and it's good for certain applications. Could I DJ a whole entire night? Well, yes, I have. I've DJed tons of nights here on Twitch, out of my studio here, and I've done some gigs with it because I'm restricted on weight or size or whatever. They're a nice, tight little unit. Do I prefer my XZ more from Pioneer? Yes, it has more features, more connections. I can go through the whole entire list. Why? But sometimes the biggest hammer is not what you want. You want something very fine. You want a fine, small tool for something. That's the thing you have to decide as a business owner. Do you have one thing? Do you have multiple things? And I've said it before. I've said it in a show many times. If the only tool in your toolbox is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And that's why you need to have multiple items. You need to have multiple tools and multiple ways of doing things. Because if you just have one way, it's everything's cookie cutter, everything's repeated. I want to, when I do stuff, on a wedding, I want to make it so it's unique for that wedding. Certain venues, yeah, I do certain things over and over again because it works very well there. But I'm always looking to change. I'm always looking at what is the next step, what is the next way of doing something to be better at it. And that's one of the things that I try to do. I always try and figure out ways to fulfill needs or wants or fulfill services and make sure that the customers take care of, but also make sure that I'm doing the right thing and not doing the same thing over and over again. And it gets boring and repetitive, and people are like, "Oh, what the heck's going on? Why is it the same thing?" Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't work great, and that's the thing. And I say it a lot. That's the thing, but it's kind of like my catchphrase. If you want to do a drinking game to that, Matt, or whoever else wants to do, every time I say that, the thing is, have a drink. See here, let's do some chat here. Good subject that'd be interesting to talk about preferred payment method, cash as a start or end of the event, ETF or other payment method. Yeah, it'd be interesting how many DJs take Bitcoin, especially. I think here in the States, the Bitcoin and Dogecoin and stuff like that. I think I'm not a tax expert, but I think there's something with the taxes you got to do with it too. I can't remember what it is. Again, you had to talk to a tax expert. I'm not one of those people. But like credit cards, I take credit cards. I get charged fees. I prefer credit card over cash. I'm not going to the ATM, dropping money off at the bank. But the thing is that, cash is always king, and it's nice. There's no fees, and you get the full amount. But I have no problem paying the fee because it's part of doing business. And that's one of the things is that, I have to look at, okay, that fee for, that percentage they charge back on a credit card to me, the 3%, it's built into the price. I'm covering that with the pricing. So it's things as a business owner you have to look at and say, hey, what do I charge? What I charge for this and that. DJ gear are like cars. It comes down what you like and need and what you can get the job done. Yes. Plus also what What can you afford? Some people want a Mercedes and they can't afford it. They can afford a Kia. Well, they can get a nice Kia with some decent features, but it's not a Mercedes because they can't afford the price of a Mercedes. So that's the thing. You have to look at what works for you. What works for one doesn't work for all. And that's the thing. Again, I say that again. We as DJs need to understand. I want, and I'm sure a lot of DJs want, the best product available. And we have to make an informed decision on that product. When you look at what things are, what things cost, and pricing hopefully will come down a little bit. Hopefully pricing evens out a little bit, especially as time goes on. Different administrations in government, different governments, different parts of the world, things going on, geopolitical stuff, throughout the world, changes pricing all the time. So what we look at as, owners for products that are brought in, doesn't matter if it's a cheap dance light off of Amazon or one of the other places you can buy lights from, or you're walking down to your local DJ store and buying, a brand that it all pulls down to what's happening. 2020, when 2020 hit and shipping got slowed way down, prices of gear went way up and still up there. Some things have come down a little bit in pricing and it's easier to get stuff right now. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's not like it was in 2020 when you go to order something and my Maui 5s had to wait a while. So, and the bags, it took even longer. So it's like anything else. You have to decide what you want to spend. How's it work for you? Is it worth having? Is it going to make you money? If not, why get it? Or if it's not working out, sell it, get rid of it, clear out your warehouse. I know Brian just had a big clearance event and sold out a lot of stuff because of the fact that he had tons of gear. I mean, tons of lights just sitting there in boxes, in totes, in containers, sitting there, taking up space in his house. And we're not talking like, one or two lights. We're talking about, like fill a room like this size with lights and all these little parts and all these little gizmos. So, when you run into that kind of stuff, you have a lot of things. Sell it on the secondary market. There's plenty of different, depending on what country you're in. There's different sites to sell stuff on, or there's different ways of selling stuff. Even some of the DJ shows, they may have an expo there that you could bring used gear in. I know Sweetwater in Indiana, when they have their fest, they have a flea market out in front in the parking lot, and that flea market is usually packed. And it's another way as a DJ, you might well get rid of equipment. Find places like that, find things like that. There's always flea markets going on in the summertime. Go to a flea market, rent a space, sell your stuff. You're not there. Had to wait 3 months for my set of G20, your Maui 28 bags. Yes. Yeah, it was the LD thing. Yep. Because I had to wait for my bags. And that's, I don't know how much it affected you guys in Australia, but here in the United States, a lot of things got knocked because of the stuff wasn't coming in the ports. Plus, they had the strike going on. Plus, they had everything's going on in California. Really messed things up. And that screwed up 2020, 2021. Even into 2022, there were still things that were messed up. And that's you have to look at what is what. Let's see here. Oh, no more chat there. I thought I had our chat come in here. We're going to go on here for about 10 more minutes here and get off. Make it 1 hour straight. And this way, you're listening to this on the podcast. And if you're listening to this on the show, if you have not done so already, you have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Make sure you smash the follow button and make sure you hit the bell icon. Plus, also, do me one more thing. If you can, share the video. Like before, if you know another DJ who wants to come on the show, I know Mike said he wanted to come on the show. Maybe I'll bug Mike to come on here. But if you know another DJ who wants to be on the show, have them hit me up on Instagram. You can direct message me on there. The other thing is share the show with them. Say, hey, have you seen this show? And share a link, especially if someone on other social media platforms, be it Insta, be it Facebook, be it Snapchat, whatever you want to do. YouTube is where the videos are at as far as a repository. When we do it live on Twitch, we're live on Tuesday nights on Twitch. Record it then. I edit it and get it up here. And it's usually live the following Monday at noon is the previous Tuesday's show. I try my hardest to make sure I get it up there and get it all edited. And there's always some people who make me work much more. YouTube is always a harder nut to crack. I tried to make sure that there's a lot of videos here. And again, people can go back and watch all the videos, even back when we were, just getting on YouTube. But before YouTube, we were on Instagram. They're on my Instagram. You go far enough back, you can catch episodes of the DJ Roundtable way back with a bunch of other casts. And the reason why I went to YouTube is because I could have more people here. Instagram was myself and 3 other people, and I wanted to be able to bring other people on from time to time. So having 4 people on, that's originally what we started with. Now, I've had a couple of 8 people, 9 people on. And that's the fun part. It's having all those people. And I thank everyone on the show, everyone coming on. It's always greatly appreciated to see those people on here having fun, hanging out. And you guys out there hanging out and talking, chatting. And, it's always interesting. Message retracted. Oh, Paul, what did you say? You say something bad? You say a bad word. Bad, Paul. But yeah, nah. I don't know. It's like anything else. I appreciate everyone watching. I appreciate everyone coming in. And hopefully you find a home here and you relax, sit back, listen to the show, watch what's happening. Just a wrong emoji. Okay. You sit back, relax, and watch the show and enjoy it. And that's what it is. It's supposed to be an enjoyable, fun time for everyone involved, including the people on the panel. I want them to have fun and enjoy themselves. We have a lot of chat, a lot of talk, and it's a friendship between everyone. And that's what I want. I want this to be a fun place. People get to hang out, talk about stuff. You can sit back, relax, enjoy a beverage. And, you want to eat something, eat some candy, eat a meal, whatever. I just want people to have fun. And, I hear stuff with DJs, I hear it from other people. I hear people who talk about, they listen to the show, and I appreciate everyone who watched the show. I appreciate all the new subscribers, up to 170 subscribers. I hope to get more than that as we go along, and more people find out about the show. More and more people listen to the show, and they find a home here, and they hang out. They hang out with us, and the more people we get in here, the more people that subscribe to the channel, the more likelihood of having uh, vendors come in and talk about the products. And that's the thing, is that they want to talk to as many people as possible for the least amount of price possible. And I don't charge anything for a vendor come walk it in, because I want them to talk about the product. I want them to talk about what they have, what they're offering. And I want the other DJs to ask questions on what that stuff is, how it will make their business, how it'll make them better. And that's what I want. I want vendors coming here and treat it with respect, and for them to say, hey, this is my whatever, and this is what I sell, this is what I make. And those people to then other be asked questions from the panel, and those people will say, hey, this, that, how you do this, how you do that, and have intelligent questions and have an intelligent conversation with the vendors, and make sure that they can showcase the products. And if you're not a fan for that product or not, maybe you turn around and go, oh, I didn't know it did that. Maybe I can look at it. And that's what it is. I don't want to change someone's mind. I don't want to say, hey, you got to get this, buy that. I no, I don't want to do that. I can tell you what I use, what I spent my money on. And again, it's money I spent on things. I don't get anything for free. I'm working just like you guys are. I still got two more, as of right now, as of today, I still have two more weddings to go for this year. And those are coming up very quickly. And then I get into wedding show season and doing wedding shows. How many wedding shows? Last year, I think we finished up with 11 total for a year. And it was January, February, we had like 7 or 8. Boom, 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 boom. This year, I'm going to see, because a couple of them I probably won't do over again because we didn't get the response we wanted. And that's the thing. We have to spend our money wisely. I don't have endless amounts of cash. I don't have stacks of cash laying here. I'm not a billionaire. I'm a working guy just like you. And I need to spend my money wisely. Gosh, I wish I got freebies from companies. People get them. I know DJ Fire, because he showcases and shows stuff all the time. Companies send him product all the time, and he has tons of unboxing. He has more product than he knows what to do with, and that's that's his thing. He has his shows that he unboxes and shows product more than just DJ product. He does like lights. He does all this other stuff. But all these companies are sending him product left and right, saying, "Hey, try this, try that." That's not a bad thing for him, and God bless him. He's a great guy. He showcases that equipment, and it's fun. It's fun watching it. And it's like, wow. And I've done unboxings. I've done stuff. I don't even get stickers for free. Ask DJ Brentley. Send DJ Brentley your information, and he will mail you some stickers. And I think he would love to do that. And yet we have DJ Brentley stickers in Australia. One other thing also, I know a lot of you guys here are part of the show, but if you're not part of the show, what do you guys think of the thumbnails? Are you guys enjoying those thumbnails? Because I know the crew is enjoying them, acting weird, doing crazy stuff, just trying to be different in the thumbnails, not puppies and kittens and bubblegum dreams. I'm trying to just have some humor, so you look at the thumbnail and laugh at it a little bit, and everyone's having fun. Everyone on here, they're smiling, they're happy, or doing something crazy. We got a lot of great people coming through here, and again, I love the thumbnails that they've been doing, and it's just it's a fun moment to just goof around. Yeah, and I want people to see that fun side of the DJ Roundtable, that we are enjoying ourselves, we're having fun, and that's what it's about. But yeah, we're coming up here to the end of this episode of Live Talk. hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys liked a little chat here on this Thursday night for me. It's 9:30 now, and I'm gonna go on and watch some TV or something. Go back, probably watch the game, see what's going on. It's been an hour. Should be almost winding down. If it hasn't ended yet, who knows? I'm not a Packers fan, so I don't care. For you Packer fans, that's fine for you guys. I'll suffer with my Bears. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I appreciate everyone talking in the chat. I thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate my fans and people out there subscribed to the channel. Those are fun people, and I appreciate the support of sticking on the channel and watching episodes. And again, if you just stumble across this and you haven't done so already, why aren't you following the channel? That's always a thing. Other than that, guys, hopefully you had a good amount of turkey, for Thanksgiving. You celebrate Thanksgiving here in the States. Paul, unfortunately, doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but hopefully he had a good meal. Yep. Everyone will be here on Tuesday night. We'll be on Twitch live on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time here in the good old USA. And, one last thing for you guys to do. With the holiday season coming up, with Christmas right around the corner, do something nice for someone else. If you can, if you have the financial wherewithal, donate a few dollars to a good charity near you. I'm not telling you what charity to donate, but donate a few dollars. Even going past like here, the Red Kettles for a Salvation Army. If it's something else, another kind of fundraiser, dropping a few coins or a few dollars into a bucket, or even volunteering if you can, or anything like that for a charity. Give a little bit extra this time of year if you're able to. And if you need help, there's a lot of great groups out there that can help you. Don't give up. Don't be afraid. Don't think it's a bad thing to ask for help. Sometimes you need a little helping hand. Those helping hands are there to help you and help you get through this mess and get through this part in your life and get on and enjoy the rest of your life. But for all the rest of us who can help, please help those in need, especially this time of year. And also, make sure you give your friends and family an extra hug. Give them a love. Give them the respect for the holiday season. And, give that relationship and friendship to everyone out there. You guys enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow, Friday, here in the United States, is Black Friday. A lot of specials out there. A lot of deals, a lot of cyber deals. Monday is Cyber Monday. So make sure that you look at stuff, look at deals. A lot of manufacturers, as well as a lot of the stores that sell gear, as everything else, they have a lot of crazy things going on. So take a look, see what's around. And again, look for, if you can help someone out, help someone out. If you need help, there's a lot of great services out there. Ask for help. Other than that, you guys, God bless. Enjoy yourself. Have a happy Turkey Day, what's left of it. And look forward to talking to you guys again on the DJ Roundtable, and look forward to talking to you guys here on the show. Thank you.